Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
And with that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. We're going to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Israel that rule well. Shalom to the Akiyam, Akwatiyam, and the speckled bird listening and learning. Shalom.
Shalom.
Want to read that for me again?
Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
That's right. And Egypt is a Greek word, okay, which means bondage or slavery. All right, go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
That's right, our homeland. We shall see it no more again. That means that for a long period of time, we weren't going to be in the land of Israel, okay? We're going to have other people occupying our land. And right now, we can see the manifestation and the end of these people's kingdom, man. Okay, their rulership coming to an end. Those people that occupy our land right now. So we can be put back in there by Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah. Go ahead, brother.
Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Now to your friends.
Your enemies.
To your enemies. We were going to be sold to our enemies. Okay? Go ahead, brother.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
For slave men and slave women. We were going to be sold to our enemies. And right now, we are in the hands of our enemies, the so-called white man. Okay? And I say so-called because there's no such thing as a white man. They're the Edomites that the Bible speaks of.
Yep.
Okay? So we've been sold to the nation of Edom.
Yep.
Okay? We've been sold to all the other nations on this earth. We've been sold to the to Ammon, Moab, Ishmael. Okay? The Psalms, the 83rd chapter crew. We're going to read about them in a minute. Okay? Well, we were sold and dispersed amongst the nations, man, for bondmen and bondwomen because we broke the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments. We broke a covenant that we made during the time of our exodus out of Egypt. And you can read about the Exodus 20 and 2 tells you that this Egypt is synonymous with bondage. Okay, go ahead.
And no man shall buy you.
And no man shall save you. So who has to save us out of this bondage? Okay? If no man can save us out of this bondage, who has to save us? Yahweh Shai. And that's what his name means. Yah meaning he. Hawa and Shai is he who saves, man. Okay? Yahweh Shai, he who saves. So he has to come and save us out of this slavery. You got any more on that?
That was it.
Grab Judas 5 and 20. Because these nations, okay, they understood that if they separated us, they knew that once we broke the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, he would punish us. Okay? So these nations, they made a tumult. They made an agreement to try and continue to separate us from the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. And how did they do that? Through their philosophy. Okay? All right? So they made agreements with each other through their philosophies and through their religions to destroy us, man. To discontinue us from our heritage. Damn. Yeah, hold on a second, It's fucking 10 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, downtown in the city we live in. It's not that busy right now. It's going to pick up a little bit, but that shit right there, come on, man. You're just asking to get pulled over by the police. You know?
The dude looked like he was over 40 years old.
Yeah, you probably, early
Finally
50s.
get out the car, pants sagging all the way to his ankles.
Yep.
Over 40 and still running from cops.
You know? Jumping out the car and running. Yeah, I'm saying. Our people, man.
Oh, man.
You know? Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Judas 5 and 20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, If there be any error against this people,
That's right.
and they sin against their God,
That's right. If they break the law, statutes, and commandments that the Most High gave them, go ahead.
let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
That's right. Let us consider that this shall be their ruin. So they know that if they remove us from the Most High, then that's going to be the end of us. We're going to get punished by the Most High. That's why they're trying to get everybody that jab. Okay? That's why they want to put that C-hip in. Okay? Because they know once they get that done, once they get that accomplished, that's it, man. The Most High is not going to recognize us anymore as his children. Okay? So that's that great tumult that they have made, man, with each other to try and destroy us as a nation. But we've been scattered amongst the nations, okay? And that's a war tactic because we know Yahweh Bashim Yahushua are men of war. Okay? We talked about that last week. You see? The Lord is a man of war, and the Lord is his name. You see? Go ahead,
And let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
That's right. If we can destroy these people, if we can get them to sin against their God, we can overcome them. We can take them down. We can put them in slavery. We can call them by other names. Okay? We can make them the borrower. Okay? We can be the people that lend to them, make them the borrower, make them debt slaves. Okay? You see? This is what they've done to us, man. They called us bywords and proverbs, and that's in the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. If you read from 1, it'll tell you if we follow the law, statutes, and commandments, then all these blessings will come upon us. And if you go to 15, it tells you if we do not follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, like these people know, then he's gonna bring all these curses upon us. And what is one of those curses? The brother read it, Deuteronomy 28:68, that we were going to be sold to our enemies for slave men and slave women. Okay? You got any more on that?
Yep. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them.
That's right, Deuteronomy 28:1. If you follow my law, statutes, and commandments, then all of these blessings shall be upon you. Okay, go ahead.
And their God be for them.
Yep.
And we become a reproach for all the world.
That's right, and that's why an elect few of Israel are coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments that they are trying to keep to the best of their ability in this captivity.
That's right.
Because those are going to be the ones that are going to change the tide, man. And you can see that happening right now with World War III brewing over there. That's going to be the end of all these nations, man, and their power. Okay? You see? So this has to happen, man. The prophets have to come out here. Okay, what is that, Jeremiah 28:8, the prophets that are prophesied against many countries and great kingdoms about war and pestilence. Okay, that's the same thing that we're doing. Okay, the prophets that prophesied before me and before thee of old, man. We prophesied against these great countries and great kingdoms. We don't know who we were back then. We may have been ascribed to one of these prophets, you know. And I'd be glad to be ascribed to a prophet, man. You know, if that's my lot. See what I'm saying? And the Most High got us out here teaching the same thing that they taught, man. Either the men that we followed, the men we believed on, like Yahushua, you know, or just those men themselves, man. Because we have no remembrance of former things. You see? That's in the scripture. You know? You got any more on that out? Grab Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. You see? So we're telling you that we understand the dynamic, you know, that we have here. The prophets have to come out and speak. They have to destroy this kingdom by the script, via the scriptures, man, through spiritual means. And then the Most High, when he acts, he's going to do it on physical means, man. And that's why World War III is growing up right now, because the physical is getting ready to be manifest here. These people are getting ready to lose their goddamn minds and start killing each other in large numbers, man. Okay? The United Nations troops that are being snuck into this country, okay, under the guise of humanitarian reasons. But those are UN troops. And I was just listening to the brothers in Chicago. They were talking about all of the UN equipment that's been here for years. And I've seen videos about the UN equipment, you know, hidden behind Walmarts in certain places, hidden in railroad areas, in warehouses, you know. These things are being seen by individuals here in America. And who's going to man them? All of those fucking military-age men that are coming across our border right now.
And this shit is close.
Yep.
I'm talking about.
Yep.
Before, when we used to like preach and hear the prophets preach and the brothers and their elect and so on and so forth.
Yep. Yep.
They will always talk about, this shit's going to happen soon, but it always seemed like it was going to be in a year or two.
Yep.
But now, the way brothers are speaking and the way these prophecies are popping off the pages, it seems like this joint is about to jump off any second.
Yeah, Elder Malcolm said it could happen next month.
It can happen next month. It can happen next month. Hey, man.
Yeah, the way things are looking right now, all these militaries moving into the Valley of Jehoshaphat. The dollar collapse is really, it's already happened. They're just, they just got a Band-Aid on it right now, you know what I mean? They got a Band-Aid on a cannon wound, okay? You know, it's oozing and dripping blood and pus and everything else, and all they got on it is a Band-Aid. So it's not going to stop. The wound can't be healed. You know, if Babylon could be healed, if there was a bomb for this place to be healed, then it would be. But there is none. There is no magic fucking wand or button that they're going to be able to push to turn this thing back around.
And it don't matter how much money you got.
That's right.
Like the brother was saying in that video.
Yeah.
Because the economy is going to collapse.
Yep, the dollar is going to be useless.
Yeah. Well,
then you got $1 billion in the bank, Jay-Z, that ain't gonna be worth fucking. I'll get more for a fucking roll of toilet paper, than you will for all that money. Go ahead,
Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
That's right.
Fear God and keep His commandments.
That's right. Let's hear the conclusion of the matter. That means to fear the Most High and try, like in this captivity, to keep all the laws, statutes, and commandments that you can possibly keep to the best of your ability, okay? Because that is the fear of the Most High, man. Okay? You see? Go ahead, brother.
For this is the whole duty of man.
That's right.
For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing.
That's right. Every work into judgment. That means that what we're doing right now is there's a judgment for what we're doing, you know what I'm saying? And what would that judgment most likely be? For us coming out here on the highways and byways, making our bodies a living sacrifice? For us trying to keep the law, statutes, and commandments that we can keep to the best of our ability? That's going to be, our judgment is going to be salvation, man. Okay? You see? And the judgment of those that don't keep these law, statutes, and commandments, the judgment of those that are wicked and want to stay here in this wicked-ass kingdom are going to be destroyed here, man. That's their judgment. Okay? Go ahead, Al.
Whether it be good or whether it be evil.
That's right. Whether it be good, coming out here doing your service to wake up Israel, or just being a nigga driving down the street with your music blasted and throwing up the peace sign to us. Instead of stopping and listening. The Most High is going to kill people like that, man. You got more of that?
That's it.
Give me Romans 1 and 28.
Shit hits the fan. Then they gonna want to spin that block. What was his
What
name?
is up, brothers? What's his name, brother? Brother?
Yahuwah?
Yeah.
Yahuwah? What?
Yeshaya? Ahaya?
Right.
What is it? What's IUIC? Potato chip? Is that his name, brother? You been watching IUIC, homie? Yeah, go ahead.
Romans 1 and 28. And even as they did not like to retain, God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind.
That's right. You don't want to keep the Most High, okay, in your mind, okay. Now we weren't perfect though. We ain't even perfect now.
Right.
Okay. But we had a different spirit on us, and we talked about certain things. We talked about getting out of this place, man, because we didn't really like this place, man. Okay, so there was something about us that wanted to be removed from this fucked up society that we live in, you know. So the Most High was like, he knew us from the beginning anyway, and that's what the scripture said. You know, we were ordained from the beginning, before the foundation of the earth. He knew us before we were in our mother's womb. Okay? Can you read that for me again now?
Romans 1:28, and even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge,
That's right.
God gave them over to a reprobate mind.
And that also goes for these brothers that are out here going backwards, man, going back into the world. You know, you got them brothers' spiritual life lessons talking about it's okay to smoke weed. You know, you're pulling people away from the truth of the matter, man. You know, that's one of those things where it tells you not to pollute your body. Now, there's nothing wrong with going and picking marijuana as a leaf off of its stem as a leaf and eating it like a salad. Okay, that's a whole different story right there. But I'm not even going to get into that because somebody will take that and try to spin it on me.
Right.
And I'm not going to do it anyway
For
because
health reasons.
for health reasons. You know, because there were herbs and other spices that were used for healing. Okay, you know. But just not to get into that conversation,
Right.
those brothers, they aren't retaining God, man.
Right.
You know, in their lives.
They'll take this and chop it, screw it.
Yeah, they'll
remix it.
try. You know.
Yeah.
But like I said, you know what I mean? I'm not going to indulge either way. You understand? That's not what I do. Now, I do drink some wine.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not something that's against the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
See? Go ahead, continue reading that.
Yep. And God gave them over to a reprobate mind.
That's right, a reprobate mind. Go ahead.
To do those things which are not convenient.
That's right. Do the things that are not convenient. What are those things? The brother, spiritual life lessons. It's okay to smoke weed. Okay? What else are you doing that you're not supposed to be doing? You know? You see? See, that takes away some of your integrity when it comes to people believing that you're doing righteous things behind closed doors. You know? Because when you're making those kind of statements, what you're really doing is taking away from the truth, man. You know? Got any more on that?
Yep. Being filled with unrighteousness,
Yep.
fornication,
Mm-hmm.
wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness,
Yep.
full of envy, murder, debate, deceit,
Yep.
malignity.
Envy, murder, deceit. Those are things that these brothers, they sound like they're doing because they put curses on elders. You know, they were doing all kind of stuff, man. That's unbecoming of a man of the Lord. You're not supposed to put curses on people because they don't believe what you're saying, what you're teaching. You know what I'm saying? You know, I have trouble putting curses on my enemies, but we're supposed to because they're wicked as hell, man. It's Esau, and we're talking about Esau. We have enemies inside of Israel, but I would never put a curse on them, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know? Even though Jeremiah put up curses on the children of Israel because of their unbelief. You know? You see? Nehemiah, he contended for the word, which means he argued with people. He smote people, which means he hit them. You know what I'm saying? So the prophets, man, they were rough and they did put curses on people, man. But you know what? You know, it's kind of in this time right now that we're in, man. It's kind of, you got to be careful when you're doing that kind of shit because you could be putting curses on a righteous man. You know? That's it. Give me Psalms 83rd chapter and just read the players, the key players. There's probably 28. 83. Yeah, there you go. Start at 6. That's right. All right.
Psalms 83 and 6. I'll start at 5.
Here you go. I was going to tell you to start at 5. Yeah. Yep.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
That's right. When you go back to the book of Judas 5 and 20, they say that if we can get them to go away from their God. Go ahead,
They are confederate against thee.
Yep.
The tabernacles of Edom
The Edomites are the so-called white man.
and the Ishmaelites
That's the Arabs.
of Moab
Yep.
and the Haggorness.
The Hagarenes. Moab is the Chinese, and the Hagarenes, that's the African. Hamites. Go ahead.
Gebal, if I'm saying that right,
Yep.
and Ammon,
Ammon is the Japanese. Go ahead.
Amalek,
Amalek is the chief house of Edom. Okay, so you have Amalek, and then you have your basic Edomites, which are here in America. The Amalekites are the people that are calling themselves Jewish. Okay, and Israelis. Those are Amalekites. Okay, go ahead.
the Philistines,
The Palestinians are the Philistines. Okay, go ahead.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Because more Africans, Hamites. Go ahead. Yep, you see. So Judah 5 and 20 was talking about if they can get us to sin against the Most High, if they can get us to go against the law, statutes, and commandments, that they'd be able to take us down. Okay? Grab Deuteronomy 28 and 1, then jump to 9 and 10. We're going to be in 28 for a minute because I got some other ones. 15 and then 36 to 38. Now we're in off.
Deuteronomy 28 and 1.
Uh-huh.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord our power.
That's right. Hearken means to listen. You're going to listen to the Most High. All right? And right now, a lot of our people don't want to listen. Okay? They don't want to hearken. Go ahead.
To observe and do all his commandments.
That's right. And we're in captivity, so we can only keep so many of the commandments, but the ones we can keep, we should keep them to the best of our ability. Go ahead.
Which I command this day.
Uh-huh.
That Yahweh our power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
That's right. If you listen to these laws, statutes, and commandments, he's going to set thee on high above all the other nations. And these nations know it. That's why the United Nations was formed, because that tumult had to come from somewhere. It started back then. They found out if they took us away from our God, the commandments, that they could take us down. The United Nations was formed to create a system to keep us from being able to deal with our God. Okay? To keep as many laws that we could, like sacrifice laws, the land Sabbath. Okay? They took us from, they disabled us from doing all of these things, man. Because the Native American Indians, they kept the land Sabbath. Okay? But now the so-called white man don't even want you to own land. He doesn't even allow you to put a farm in your backyard. They catch you growing too much shit in your own backyard that you pay taxes on, they'll come and arrest you. Okay? You see? Go ahead,
There it is, the people that taught them how to farm.
Exactly.
Now you don't want them to farm on the land. Man.
Yep.
Man, this is the
A
devil.
damn devil, yo.
And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee,
Yep.
if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yahweh our power.
That's right. He said that all these blessings will overtake you if you keep the law. You know? That means there's going to be blessings upon blessings, man. You know? You see? You got any more on that?
Jumping down.
Yeah, grab 9 and 10.
Time.
Yep.
Deuteronomy 28 and 9. Yahweh shall establish thee an holy people unto himself,
That's right.
as he has sworn unto thee. If thou shalt keep the commandments of Yahweh our power, and walk in his ways.
That's right. You should keep the commandments of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and keep his ways. Go ahead.
And all people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of Yahweh.
And that's what's getting ready to happen. You can see it happening on a small scale right now. You know? We just had a brother, a young man, he looked like he was from the Northern Kingdom. okay, walked by, and he said, man, the last time I seen that, I know what this is. I used to see it down in Atlanta. He said the brothers in Atlanta.
Right.
What park was that?
Lincoln.
Lincoln Park. The brothers in Atlanta, man. Probably Great Millstone,
Yep.
you know? And he said he saw that, man, and he was happy as hell when he saw us out here teaching. You know? Even though he kept walking down the street, didn't stay and listen, you know? Yeah, the spirit that he had, man, on him about seeing us out here shows you that the nations are actually seeing us, man. The nations are actually starting to recognize that we are the children of Israel, man, and we walk differently than most of these people, man. Our people. Here he comes again. That's you know, there he goes again. You know? You see that shit.
That shit was funny as hell too.
Yeah,
He's
like,
very chilling.
yeah, he's very chilling, but guess what? He getting ready to get pulled over. He comes down here one too many more times down through here, his ass might get pulled over. That's all I'm saying.
He's running, huh?
Yeah. Oh, he probably is. That would be fun.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? You got more on that out?
Yep. And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of Yahweh, and they shall be afraid of thee.
That's right. And the scriptures say that. When we stand upon our feet, after that 3.5 days, they stood upon their feet and great fear fell upon the people.
Yeah.
Because they know they can see the Most High in action, man. They don't want to admit it, you know, but they know that there's something happening on this earth right now, and they can't put their finger on it. You got the men of the Lord out here teaching the Bible the correct way, you know. This ain't no religion. This is a nationality, all right. And they're starting to see us behave as we're supposed to, man. As men of the Lord, as kings and as priests, man, in this society. Okay, to rule this earth in righteousness, man, according to the law, statutes, and commandments that we didn't follow and we were punished for. You people are gonna have to do. You're gonna have to put some work in, man. Because when we take over this earth and you don't follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, just like the Most High punished us, we're going to punish your ass. Okay? You got any more on that out?
Jumping down 15.
Yep. 10, 30, 60, 38.
Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
Yep.
But it shall come to pass that thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh our power,
That's right.
to observe to do all his commandments,
If you don't hearken, if you don't listen to do all the commandments of the Most High, go ahead.
and his statutes, which I command this day,
Yep.
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
That's right. All these, if you don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Now, one said if you follow them, all these blessings shall overtake you. But 15 saying, if you don't follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, all these curses shall overtake you.
Yep.
All the curses that are written. Okay? You see? Go ahead,
Cursed shalt thou be in the city,
Yep. How you doing?
and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Cursed in the city and cursed in the field. Go ahead. They got
Cursed, cursed shall be thy basket
Yep.
and thy store.
That's basket in that store. Your bank account, man.
Oh, you hear me?
Okay?
Oh, you hear me?
I'm not sure what that is.
United American Methodist Episcopal.
No, we're not Americans. We're Israelites.
Huh?
American?
American or African? American.
I am not American.
Wait, what
African
happened
American?
now?
No,
You, United American, you say United African Methodist Episcopal.
are you talking about Israel united in Christ?
United, like United States,
Yeah.
United African, but they changed it to American Methodist
No, we're not.
Episcopal.
No, we're not those.
That's what we are.
No, we're Israelites. You're an Israelite. Are you a?
No, I'm not the Israelite.
Are you a
I'm
Negro?
United
Yeah.
American
Okay.
Methodist Episcopal.
Oh, okay. Thanks for letting
Episcopal.
us know.
That's what I am.
All right.
Episcopal.
Thanks
I
for telling
got a
us.
church, I'm a member of it.
All right. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Episcopal.
I joined the church in 1994. I have a certificate. I have a pink certificate.
Go ahead and
Shall
read, brother.
rename it.
Deuteronomy 28 and jumping down.
What?
Deuteronomy 28 and jumping down to 36.
Yeah.
And Yahweh shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
That's right. He was going to bring our kings, man, our priests. Okay? Kings and priests into this captivity that we're in right now, man. Okay? To a land that and a people that were never known, man. And who is that? That's the nation of Edom, man, the so-called white man. Okay? Because there was no place called America. Hey, what's up, brother? There was no place called America when we were over in the land of Israel. Okay? Go ahead,
And there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone.
That's right. That's what right there. You got somebody that's serving Jesus at the United Episcopal Church of America. Okay? And then you got the people that call themselves Muslims, man. So-called blacks, Latinos that call themselves Muslims, and they follow after an Ishmaelite God. And they follow they worship a stone. Okay? You see? You got him on that?
Yep. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
Yep, an astonishment. Look at this young lady that just walked up the street. Walking in the noonday like blind men. She's walking like she's blind right now. She got mad demons on her. You see? The brother driving down here with his music blasted. He's in astonishment, man. These white people are looking at him like, what the hell is wrong with these guys, man? You know? Got his music turned up to 10. You know what I'm saying?
Going nowhere.
Going no goddamn where. Ain't no, he ain't riding through the park where there's a bunch of cookouts going on. You know? He's riding through downtown in the city we live in with his music fucking blasting on a Sunday morning. Go ahead, brother.
An astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
That proverb and byword, okay? African American, Negro, colored, black, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Dominican, Mexican. These are proverbs and bywords. Nigger, okay? You see? This is what the Most High said, these curses. All these curses are going to come upon you. You're not even going to know who you are. You're going to call yourselves by the religion that you follow, man. You know? Or the philosophy that you follow. You know, a lot of our people want to be still want to be African American. A lot of our people want to still call themselves black. You see? Go ahead, brother.
Among all nations.
Uh-huh.
Whither the Lord shall lead thee.
That's right, all nations. Over in Africa, they call us Akata, our cotton picker. Yeah, okay? Go ahead, You see? Grab Deuteronomy 28, 48 to 55.
Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee,
See?
in hunger and in thirst.
That's right. You got to go to the white man's grocery store. You got to buy the water, or you got to pay for water if you own a house.
Right.
Okay? You see? You got to pay for his electricity. You got to go buy his clothes that ain't good for you because they have negative energy or negative vibrations. That's why they make the clothes the way that they do, mixed materials. You know?
Right.
When you go to try to buy some real linen, okay, or some real wool, you're going to pay a shitload of money. You see?
Yep.
Because those things have positive vibrations, man, on them.
Yep.
That's why they make the materials that they do. When you put those things on, it destroys your motivation, basically. Okay?
And in thirst and in nakedness.
Yep.
And in want of all things.
In one of all things, man. You want to go get a car, you better have some decent credit and a half-decent job. You want to get a house, you better have some damn good credit, okay, and a good job. You see? And one of all things. Go ahead,
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And we had yokes of iron upon our necks when we were brought over here. When one of the slaves try to escape, the so-called white man will put a yoke of iron around his neck, man, and put bells on it so they can hear your ass. When you go running through the bushes, you'll get stuck. Okay? You see? And that yoke of iron that we're talking about today is a spiritual yoke of iron, man. Okay? Because our people are destroyed, man, spiritually. Just like the young lady that came by here and we couldn't understand the goddamn thing she was talking about. You know? She crazy as cat shit, but she's a part of a church. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead,
Until he have destroyed thee.
That's right, until he have destroyed thee, because that's what has happened to our people, man. If you look at the state of the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians here in America and elsewhere, okay? The islands, Central and South America, in Europe, Asia, our people are bugged the fuck out, man. Okay? You see? Go ahead,
And Yahweh shall bring nations against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flyeth.
That's right.
A nation whose tongue that shall not understand.
That's right, English. And like what I said it before, when they was calling, see, you thought that the people that were brought over here as slaves were ignorant. They were stupid because they were calling the so-called white man massa, but massa is a Hebrew word which means oppressor. Okay? And we were being destroyed and didn't understand their language, man. You see? You're going to bring us over here speaking different Hebrew and then beat that Hebrew out of us that made us learn English.
Yep.
Okay? But you didn't want us to read, didn't want us to learn how to read, but you wanted us to communicate with you.
Exactly.
You know? And you had us communicate with you on a very basic fucking level, man. All right? That's what they did to the children of Israel. That nation whose language we didn't understand. And that goes for other Hebrew Israelites that were dispersed, man, amongst the nations. Okay? Because we were scattered amongst the nations. So those Hebrew Israelites had to learn Japanese, Chinese, okay? Arabic, okay? See, over there with the Indians, they had to learn the language of the Elamites, man. Okay? You see? Go ahead.
A nation of fierce countenance.
Yep, and that's talking about America, that eagle, that flies swifter than the eagle. Go ahead.
Which shall not regard the person of the old,
Yep.
nor show favor to the young.
That's right, and they didn't. They didn't show favor to the young. I got a book right here. The brother bought this for me. Okay? This book is called Without Sanctuary. And the book Without Sanctuary has images of them hanging not only grown-ass men, but little kids. Okay? All right? They hung women, children. They were hanging every damn body, okay? This is the book called Without Sanctuary. There's dozens of images of what the so-called white man did to the young, to the old. And we ain't even getting into alligator bait, okay? You see? This book is called Without Sanctuary. It's probably about $100 and something. It may be more now because they want to try to get these images out of the hands of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians because this is their shame, man, right here.
Yep. That shameful spewing.
Yep.
And also, I heard the brothers going into, like, they're trying to do away with slavery now. They're trying to say it didn't happen.
Take it out the books.
Take it out the books. Because that's shameful spewing.
Yep.
You know? Boy, I tell you, boy, Esau, boy. Woo.
We're going to hide this history
Yeah.
so that the younger children that are coming up don't look at us as wicked.
Okay.
Well, that's wicked right there. That's just wicked as hell, man.
Yep.
You know? Fucking devils.
Mm-hmm.
Guy moving that out.
Okay. Deuteronomy 28 and 51.
Mm-hmm.
And he shall eat the fruit of the cattle
Yep.
and the fruit of thy land
Yep.
until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil,
That's right.
or the increase of thy kin, or flocks of thy sheep.
That's right. He was going to take away our children. He was going to take away our ability to farm, like I said earlier. Okay? He wasn't going to allow us to have shit, man, to be self-sustaining. he took away the ability of the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians to be self-sustaining. We have to rely on him for everything, and that's what the scripture said. That was prescribed for the punishment of the children of Israel. Go ahead.
Or flocks of thy sheep,
Yep.
until he have destroyed thee.
That's right.
And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates.
That's right. Besiege thee means to cut us off, man. Cut us off from being a people. Cut us off from being self-sustaining. Okay? You see? Go ahead,
Until thy high fence walls come down,
Yep.
wherein thou trustest throughout all thy land. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all the land, which Yahweh on power have given thee.
That's right.
Read down to 55 out.
Yep.
And thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body, the flesh of the sons and the daughters, which Yahweh our power have given thee in the siege.
And that's what happened in 70 AD. Okay? Because they were cannibalizing their own people, man, in 70 AD. You can read about that in 2 Kings. The two ladies, they both had children. The one came to the other and said, hey, let us eat your son today so we can eat. Then we'll eat mine tomorrow. So they ate the one lady. They side the child, which means they boiled him. Okay? And then the next day, the lady didn't want to give up her child to be eaten. And the woman, they had an argument over it and went to the king. And the king was like, what am I going to do, man? You know? I said, okay, we're going to cut the kid in half. And then the lady that lost her child said, nah, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You see? So this thing is going to happen again too, man. Okay? So in 70 AD is coming here to America for the children of Israel. They're going to get ready to try to cut us off, man, again. So that they can exterminate us. There you go. You're right. That's not good, brother. I was like, this is the lady that
You always go
it was
into
the
it.
lady's child.
You always go into it. You put me onto it.
Yeah,
You know
it
what
was
I mean?
the lady's child. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. And the king was going to cut the child in half, and the lady said, no, don't do that.
Right.
And the king knew that it was her child.
Exactly. Yep.
Yep, right.
Reading on. In the siege and in the straitness wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee,
Yep.
so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
And that back then, when the kingdom split, during the time of Jeroboam and Rehoboam, the kingdom split. These men, each other had anger toward the other kingdom. The southern and the northern kingdom were fighting like hell, man. Okay? And today you can see that hatred still. And you know, you got a lot of Latinos that come over here from the island. They don't like the so-called black man. You know? Especially if they're dating a Latino woman. They hate that shit. You know? But the northern and southern kingdom in this truth are coming back and being one kingdom, man. Okay? And Esau can't stand that shit. Got more on that?
Yep. And his eyes shall be evil toward his brother,
Yep.
and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Deuteronomy 28 and 55. So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children, whom he shall eat, because he has nothing left him in the siege and in the straitness, wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates.
Yep, back to 70 AD, man. You know, they were eating their leather. Anything that was leather, they boil it so they can eat it. Okay? So they were eating animal skin, boiling animal skin to eat it, man. Killing their children to eat. You see? Is that it on now? That's it. Grab Deuteronomy 28, 63 to 68.
Deuteronomy 28 and 63. And it reads, and it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoiced over you to do good,
Yep.
and to multiply you, so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you.
That's right. He rejoiced over us to do good to us. Okay? Deuteronomy 28 and 1. If you follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay? and we did not follow the law, statutes, and commandments. So what happened? Deuteronomy 28 and 15. He said, all these curses shall come upon you. So he sought to destroy us. Okay, go ahead.
And to bring you to naught.
Yep.
And ye shall be plucked from off the land, whether you goest to possess it.
That's right.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth, even unto the other.
That's right.
And there thou shalt serve other gods,
Yep.
which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
There it is.
And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
That's right.
But Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling heart, and filling of eyes, and sorrow of the mind.
That's right. Sorrow of the mind. Okay? When we have sorrow of the mind because we got to see these abominable things out here, man. Okay? Seeing men dressed like goddamn women. Seeing men with breasts, you know, looking like women. I don't know how many times I'm online and I see these little dumbass TikTok videos and you think it's a damn woman and then you find out it's a damn man. That's having sorrow of mind, man. Having to continue to see and deal with those kind of things, you know? Having to see our people walk by confused as hell, you know? Not knowing what the hell is going on. Even though they may be, you know, they may not even look like they got a problem, man, but they just don't know what the hell is going on because they don't want to inquire. They're too ashamed or too embarrassed to stop and ask two men that are out here teaching the Bible, you know? They rather lose their goddamn life than find out what's really going on right now. You see? Go ahead, brother.
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee,
Yep.
and thou shalt fear day and night.
That's right. Your life is going to be hanging doubt. You don't know when the police are going to pull up behind you and start blowing your windows out,
Right.
shooting you to death. You know what I mean? You never know when that's going to happen to you. It could happen, even though we live in this little ass city, it could happen to any of us, man. You know? Mistaken identity. Some Negro done got into a fight, the man's mad. There he is. And they just start blasting. Because you got the same kind of car and the same hat. You know? You see? Go ahead,
And shall have done assurance of thy life.
Yep.
In the morning thou shalt say, Would God it would God it were even,
Yep.
and at even thou shalt say, Would God it were morning.
That's right. So every morning when you get up and you leave your home to go to work, to go out and do dumb shit, whatever, you know, you're praying for the evening so you can get to your house. Then when you're in your house, you're like, man, shit, it's dark out. You know, there's nuts out here, people trying to kick doors in, home invasion, you know, come and rob and kill you. Now, I hope I can't wait till the morning comes. So I don't have to be worried about somebody coming in my door at night while I'm asleep. You know? You don't have any assurance of your life here, man, in this place. You know? We're not going to have any assurance of life until we get into the kingdom, man. Because we know once we're in the kingdom, you know, nobody's going to put their fucking hands on the children of Israel at all. It's you heathens that are going to have to worry. It's you heathens that are going to have to worry about whether you are following the law, statutes, and commandments that are going to be put forth, man. Okay? The heathens are going to have to worry. The so-called white man in the nation of Edom is going to have to worry, man. If they're not following the law, statutes, and commandments that are put forth by Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Okay? By the 12. By the 144,000. We're going to come to your house at night and fucking and take you out and put you to death, man. You're not going to have any assurance of life in the kingdom if you ain't doing what the fuck you supposed to be doing. Go ahead,
Wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thy eyes which thou shalt see.
That's right.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Yep.
And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships,
That's right.
by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
That bondage, okay? You're going to go into Egypt, a Greek word which means bondage, slavery. Go ahead.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
Yep.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Yep, we're going to be sold to our enemies. Okay? The so-called white man bought the so-called blacks. All right? They shipped the Latinos and Native American Indians over to Europe. and sold them to other whites. Okay? Go ahead.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
That's right, for slave men and slave women. Okay? We were sold to the nations. All right? Go ahead, brother.
And no man shall buy you.
No man shall save you. The only man that's going to save the children of Israel out of captivity, it wasn't the Balfour Declaration, okay? Is Yahweh Shai, he who saves. All right? That's the only person that's going to get us out of this captivity, man. And what has to happen? World War III has to happen. And that's coming. Them nuclear missiles got to come. Okay? And once they're in the air, we're going to get taken the hell up out of here. Those of the elect are going to get taken out of this place. Okay? The 2/3, the rest of the heathen, and all you Edomites, you so-called white people that are still here in the land of America, they're going to get burnt the fuck up. Go ahead, that was it? Jeremiah 50 and 33. What's coming? The economic collapse, World War III, all hell is getting ready to break loose. And these people, they just don't fucking understand, man. Okay? A lot of people are getting ready to die. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus says Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
They were oppressed together. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians were oppressed together. Okay? 1492, they started taking the Latinos and Native American Indians over to Europe. Okay? And in 1619, they started bringing the so-called blacks, okay, over here to America. Central America and South America. So we were oppressed together. The blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Go ahead,
And all that took them captives held them fast.
All it took them captive. Okay, we read about Psalms, the 83rd chapter. You got Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You got Ammon, Moab, Ishmael. Okay, so the Chinese, Japanese, the Arabs, the Hamites, the so-called white man took all the children of Israel into captivity. You see? And they held them fast. Go ahead,
And they refused to let them go.
And they refused to let them go. And to this day, they refuse to let the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians go. Okay? They don't want to let us go. They want to turn us into perpetual slaves. They want to put a damn C-hip inside of our hand. Okay? They want to put that monkey juice in your fucking arm. Why? Because they want to disconnect your ass from the Most High.
That's right.
Okay? Because they know once they do that, once they get all the Israel C-hip or juiced up, you're going to be disconnected from the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Then guess what? He wins. He got us. Perpetual slaves. We're slaves forever under the rulership of the so-called fucking white man. Okay? Grab Exodus 21 and 16. What's going on, Art?
How you doing, guys?
Good, bro.
Good, brother. But the more they touch you, the worse you get to know.
Exodus 21 and 16. And he,
The more they touch
yep, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him,
Yep.
or if he be found in his hand,
Who's in the hands of the so-called white man right now? Okay, you stole us from West Africa, the Hamites, Ishmael, and Amalek. Okay? You see? We were sold by these people into the hands of the other nations. You see? And then you still are holding us fast, man. You're still holding on to us. Go ahead, brother.
and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand,
Yep.
he shall surely be put to death.
You know, we're going to be found in the so-called white man's hand when Yahweh Shai returns. So you're going to be put to death. Over here in America, there's going to be a great death, a great slaughter of you so-called white people, man. Okay? Through the race wars, Yahweh Shai, the chariots and the angels coming and killing a lot of you people. Okay? And then ultimately, those nuclear missiles are coming for your ass. You see? Because you're holding on to the children of Israel and you refuse to let them go. Go ahead, brother.
That was it.
That was it. Grab Luke 6:24.
Luke 6:24. And it reads, "But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation."
That's right. Those that are rich have received their consolation. Okay? You see? Matter of fact, go back to, get me Exodus 21:16. Yeah.
Exodus 21:16.
Uh-huh.
And he that stealeth a man and selleth him,
Yep.
or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
Oh, Salaki. No, Deuteronomy 24:7. I'm sorry. My bad. We already, we read. We read
I
that.
thought you was gonna make a point.
Nah. Yeah, I wanted to get that. Go to Deuteronomy 24:7. I'm sorry.
Deuteronomy
I missed that one. Yeah.
Deuteronomy 24:7. And it reads, "If a man be found stealing any of his brethren of the children of Israel, and maketh merchandise of him, or selleth him, then that thief shall die."
That's right. And what has Esau done? He stole his brothers. That wasn't Jacob Esau's brother? Okay? And he stole him and made merchandise of him. But who has he made merchandise of? He's made merchandise of a lot of these football players, baseball, basketball, okay? Actors, musicians, rappers. He's made these people, they made merchandise of these people, man. Okay? After they stole them and sold them into slavery, they started to learn how to make merchandise of these people. And they have made merchandise of a lot of our people. Okay? That brings up the next scripture that I wanted to get, Luke 6:24.
We'll finish it out, huh?
Yes, sir.
"Or sell of him, then the thief shall die,
Yep.
and thou shalt put evil away from among you."
That's right.
What was he at?
Luke 6:24. So those that have been made merchandise of, like I said, LeBron, Jay-Z, Serena and Sabrina Williams, or whatever the fuck their name is, that married the so-called white man, had little Edomite kids. Okay? All of these actors, Will Smith and Jada, them fucking weirdos, you know, they've all been made merchandise of, man. Jay-Z and Beyonce made merchandise of. Man, the so-called white man's making shitloads of money off these people. What they have is pennies, man. Go ahead,
Luke 6 Luke 6:24. "But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation."
Is that red letter?
Yes, sir.
That's Yahweh Shai speaking. Go ahead.
"Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger.
Yep.
Woe unto you that laugh now."
That's right. Woe unto you that laugh now. Woe to you that are full now. Okay? All of these people with these tens of millions of dollars, all these weird ass rappers that are out right now. You know? Talking about what kind of cars they got, how many people's wives they slept with.
Right.
Because they got money. They got 10 women in a bed. All that shit goes against the law, statutes, and commandments, man. Okay? Being proud. You know, talking about vanity and shit all day. You know? You had your consolation on this side, man.
Yep.
The Most High he's gonna leave you here with your gold and your silver, and he's gonna melt you, man. Okay? You see? Go ahead.
Woe unto you that laugh now,
Uh-huh.
for ye shall mourn and weep.
That's right. Woe unto you, man, that laugh now, because you're going to mourn and weep. You can laugh your ass off right now, you know, because we out here with our bed sheets on, our curtains, our fucking coffee table. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because that's a lot of the jokes and shit. You know?
Yeah. I know.
You know, these niggas out there with shower curtains on. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's all good.
Yep.
Because you can laugh your ass off right now. But what does the Most High say? He's going to laugh when your calamity comes.
That's it.